Hello viewers, my name is Bhatt Rafi. Today's my topic is alcoholism, alcoholic abuse for class 12th students. So first we define the alcoholism. Alcoholism. Regular consumption of alcohol, regular consumption of alcohol, regular consumption of alcohol leading to dependency is called alcoholism. Alcoholism, or we define it addition to consumption of alcoholic drinks, alcohol dependency is called alcoholism. Regular consumption of alcohol leading to dependence is called alcoholism, or addition to consumption of alcoholic drinks, alcohol dependency is called alcoholism. Or in other words, alcoholism is addiction, chronic, overindulgence, dependence on alcoholic drinks, which often is treated with dependent behavior. For example, person addicted to alcoholic drinks is called alcoholic or drunkard. Alcohol is chemically ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH. It is chemically ethyl alcohol or ethanol, C2H5OH. This means the regular consumption of alcohol, either in low concentration. For example, in low concentration, beer, wine, etc., or in high concentration, brandy, whiskey, rum, etc., causes dependency on alcohol, which is called the alcoholism. You all know that person who has become a habitual drinker is called alcoholic. In a drink which causes intoxication is called alcoholism. Alcohol, when consumed in very small quantity, acts as stimulant. When we take very less quantities of alcohol, it acts as the stimulant. Alcohol, when consumed in a very small quantities, acts as stimulant, very important. But when consumed in large quantities, it acts as depression. When you take excess quantities, it acts as a depression. Alcohol induces physical, physiological, psychological change in the body. When alcohol is consumed in large quantities to induce such changes, the phenomena is called alcoholism or alcoholic abuse. Reason for alcoholic abuse. You all know that adolescence is the period of rapid growth. You all know that it is the age of stress and strain and strife and storm. This is important. It is the age of stress and strain, strife and storm. Adolescence. It is a period of rapid growth, physical, mental development between childhood and adulthood. It extends between 8 to 8 to 18 years for girls. 8 to 18 years for girls. And 7 to 19 years for boys. It is also the period of development of social and emotional perception like ego, centralism, self-identity, self-respect, several biological and behavioral changes. So is the highly vulnerable period of mental and psychological development. If you go for the reason for alcoholic abuse in adolescents, first reason यानी कौन सा चीज है वो इस एडोसेंस को इस मैंस की तरफ धकेल देते हैं? सोशल प्रेशर, समटाइम्स सोशल प्रेशर और पीयर प्रेशर. And second point is that curiosity, they have the need for adventure and emotional and experimentation. And third point is liking of taste. They see what is the taste of this alcohol. And third point is the desire to escape, desire to run from depression and frustration. And that point is desire to overcome the hardship of daily life. And third point is the family history and unsupporting family structures. And third point is the bad company. If a normal child who has a good environment at home, moral education, value education, rules education, parents arguing, but he go for the bad company. And third point is this false beliefs of enhanced physical, mental, and intellectual performance. Any youth have false belief that this alcohol will enhance physical, mental, and intellectual performance. So this is the important thing. And another point is this unhappy life at home or office. And another point is desire to escape from disappointment and failure. Desire to escape from disappointment or failure. Desire to overcome hardships of daily life. This is another reason of alcohol abuse for adolescents. Desire to overcome hardships of daily life. And another important point is adolescents have also often under pressure due to pressure for excelling professional examination. Parents compel them to go and excel in the examination. That is also a pressure. And other important point is this advertisement leading to curiosity. So internet, media, movie expose them to alcohol abuse. So these are the reasons for alcoholic abuse and adolescence. Now we go for the horrible effects of this alcohol, of this alcoholism, this drug abuse. So there are hundreds of horrible effects. There are effects of alcohol. There are so many horrible effects of alcohol. Immediate effects of drugs, alcohol are manifested as attractiveness behavior, vandalism behavior, and violence. You all know that excess dose of alcohol can lead to coma, death due to the cerebral hemorrhage, respiratory heart failure. Alcohol has an anesthetic effect. This means that the law on this central nervous system. This means that they lost the judgment, willpower, and self-control. They cannot recognize own relations. When excess, he take the excess alcohol, he cannot recognize his mother, sister, relations. So he lost this, the judgment, recognize willpower and self-control. Loss of emotional control to show either foolish laughter or sadness and weeping. This is important. Loss of control and loss of moral sense to show the antisocial behavior. Moral sense, antisocial behavior. To show the anti-social behavior. He became the anti against our society, our nation, our country. And he can go in the extent to do the bad work. And another point is the vision problems like blurred and vision, double vision, and improper judgment of distance. And another horrible effect is inflammation of axons, neurons, and we call them leading to neuritis. And also the immunity get reduced. The immunity get reduced. Another harmful effect of the alcoholism is that immunity resistance to decrease or immunity level falls in alcoholics. They therefore become prone to catch infections. Another point is the liver. You all know that if you go for digestive system, this is our digestive system. This is our digestive. Liver is the important organ, largest organ in the digestive system. The stomach, this is the liver. Inside the liver, alcohol is changed into more toxic compounds, acetaldehyde, which provides energy to synthesize fat from alcohol. So liver becomes hard. So liver becomes storehouse of fat, which led us to fatty acids syndrome. Liver becomes hard and dry. It is true, liver becomes hard and dry, and liver cells are replaced by fibrous tissue. This is called the cirrhosis. This is called the liver cirrhosis. Liver cirrhosis. In this, glucogen and proteins, synthetic atrophies of liver are greatly reduced. This means the alcoholism also led to hepatitis, liver failure, liver cell carcinoma. Alcoholic induced satiety. Induce the satiety in male. Alcohol can pass through placenta. You all know that placenta is the communication link between mother and fetus inside the mother's womb. This placenta, you all know that this placenta, this alcohol can pass through placenta and can cause alcoholic fetal syndrome, which results in deformation of fetus, like deformation in arteria and ventricles of heart. If you go for blood cells, it damages the blood cells also, like size of RBC, red blood corpuscles increases. There is decrease in production of WBC, white blood corpuscles. Response to new antigen is delayed. Blood platelets show reduced survival. If you go for deficiency, vitamin A, B1, B2, B6, folic acid, and minerals like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, zinc are often deficient in our well-nurtured alcoholics, in a healthy alcoholics. This means that it is because of development of acid-base imbalance during alcoholic ingestion. Many defects in bone, muscle, nerves, blood cells, etc. are due to the mineral vitamin deficiency, especially that of thiamine. And if you go about sexual dysfunction is important of this alcoholics. And they cannot produce the child if if they go for drinking. Alcoholic removes sexual inhibition but causes poor erection, shrinkage of seminiferous tubule, leading impotence. In a male, become impotent. In female, alcoholic may have reduced ovaries, lack of menstrual cycle, or irregular menstrual cycle. This means that they cannot conceive. Absence of corpus luteum and spontaneous abortion is the sign of these alcoholics, these drunkards. Also in our body, they get stomach, in our body, stomach get very much affected. Large dose of high concentrated alcohol causes an increased secretion of gastric juice, leading to irritation of gastric mucosa, gastritis, and vomiting. So, this one important thing is the separating of HIV. You all know that HIV is the human immunovirus. This virus causes the AIDS, acute immunodeficiency syndrome, very dangerous syndrome, which curbs our immune system. The separate of HIV is the most common, in these individuals because they share the common needles where injecting the drugs in the body. They share the common needles, common syringes where injecting the drugs of the body. Any infected person which have the HIV, same needle we inject to the normal person, then he get the HIV AIDS. This is an important thing. And other is, you all know drugs have the adverse effect on central nervous system. This led to the malfunctioning of several other organs of the body, such as kidney, liver. And this important point I will repeat, separating of HIV is the most common of these individuals because they share the common needles. When injecting the drugs, when injecting the different kinds of narcotic drugs, other drugs, these alcoholic persons also share the needles. That is a long-term side effects on both males and females. These side effects include aggressiveness, mood swings, depression, and rash behavior, malicious and violence, deteriorating social network, loss of interest in social and other activities. And this alcohol, you all know that in our drivers who drive a long tours, in a driving and the driver, alcohol adversely affect the drivers also. This is the warning signals of drivers. Alcohol impairs the character judgment of destiners. It reduces the coordination. Alcohol reduces the coordination of limb muscles. It reduces the alertness of a driver. So he becomes the less watchful. When you take excess after driving, they become the less watchful. They make the risky of the other passengers. It shows the response to unexpected situations. It shows the response to unexpected situations. It causes the blurred and tunnel vision. You all know that intoxication driver become rash, careless, and erratic. And alcoholic, you all know that alcoholic is a sick person and requires the attention of the family members and friends to get rid of this menace. The most common warning signals of drug alcohol abuse, उनकी कौन से signs होते हैं in the family. The first sign is they lack the performance, drop in academic performance. They cannot show a good performance. lack of interest in personal hygiene. They cannot clean the body, clean the clothes, clean the room. They have no the cleaning capacity. Lack of interest in this, lack of interest in hobbies, lack of interest in personal hygiene, withdrawal and isolation from family and friends. They withdraw, they sit in isolation from family and friends. They avoid aggressive and rebellion behavior. I already told this. And other point is the change in sleeping and eating habits, fluctuation in weight loss. These are the some signs. And one lastly, remedy or treatment and precaution measures is that we should make aware the youth about the harmful effects. And rehabilitation is integral part of multimodal treatment of alcohol dependence. So, dear students, these are the topic alcoholism, harmful effects of alcoholism, the reason for a youth to go to plunge this alcoholism. So, dear students, thank you all.